Hey everybody, this is Terra Illumination. As you can see, we have reached the tippy end of weirdness. So we're out here in the sort of semi-wilds, and it's dark as you could tell. There's not a lot of sunlight at the moment. The sky at night is very dazzling. There are so many stars. I'm not used to this at all. So I'm trying to take full advantage of the situation while we can. You've probably already figured out that Terra Illumination, just like everyone else, is going through convulsions and recalibrations, new starts and new beginnings. And I too, I like to blame the planets. But of course I can't, because when I'm giving readings for people, we can blame the planets. A lot of that is just for, you know, to bring a sense of peace and, let's say, understanding that there are things bigger than us that we just have to accept, and it's the same for Terra Illumination. And I'm just trying to grow and evolve like you guys, okay? So I've been getting a lot of feedback from people who care, who actually care about this stuff and what we do and how we do it, and I'm very, very appreciative. And I'm doing what I can to absorb it and understand it and recalibrate Terra Illumination accordingly, because I love doing this for you guys, as you know. I love doing this, and it just seems to be, we got to take it up a notch some way, somehow. And you might have noticed, I've had a few comments lately from a couple people like, hey, Terra Illumination, you've lost it. You've lost it, and you know, sorry, man. And I have to admit, it's true. I uh, I started getting comfortable, and you know what that means when you get comfortable. It's like you think you've reached a plateau. I was talking to a very wise person today, and she was telling me how, well, that's great, and you've done this, and you've done this, and done this, and done this, and this, and then you've reached a plateau, and you realize, oh my God, you've reached a plateau. And that, in terms of Terra Illumination, my feeling here feels like, oh my God, I'm in a rut. Terra Illumination is in a rut. A rut. I hope you heard that. Rut. Okay, so we're trying to break this up some way, somehow. First step, as you know, number one, Terra Illumination rule, love thyself. So here's what we're going to do. Okay? We're going to toast and celebrate you, the viewers, the members, the subscribers, everything about you guys that keep this thing alive, and I'm going to celebrate. Step one, attitude of gratitude. There you go, people. Cheers. This is to you. This is to all of you who've stuck with this from the beginning. I'm hoping you'll feel like Terra Illumination, that we've only just started, okay? So I'm going to put the lid back on here so I don't make too much of a mess. And then, I just thought of something really weird. Of course, a lot of tarot readers, they don't do readings on themselves, and I don't either. And I've had a couple of readings. I had to reach out to some folks to get a couple of readings because Terra Illumination was getting desperate. And everybody, you know what that means. When people smell desperation, they kind of go, ooh, ooh, and they kind of go like, yeah, okay, you're a really nice guy and everything, but I'm sorry, I smell desperation. Gotta go. And then they're off, doing whatever they do. And so I'm smelling my own desperation. It's just like this, like, oh my God, I stink. Like, oh my God, I smell like my own poo. And that's not, it's not good for business. Cheers, everybody. So right now, against all my standard principles, against all common sense. I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to do a little tarot illumination reading on tarot illumination. If you see some weird bugs and fireflies and things going through the screen, it's because we're out in nature. Okay, we're out in nature. Don't want to mess with that. So here we go. I'm literally doing this because I don't know what else to do. I have no idea what else to do. I'm just kind of following the prompts and the hints from people who care, people who understand this stuff, people who do this stuff, people who are real and come from the heart. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm hoping tarot illumination can be detached enough and come at this with enough of a neutral perspective. And just imagine there are angels here, angels here, angels there, angels over there, angels up there, more angels over there, angels over here, and we're coming from here, okay? We do everything from here, not here. This is just an antenna. This is where we come from. Love thyself, be loving, be loved, be loving, and be loved, okay? So I'm going to do everything I can to adhere to basically my own principles. In other words, I have to live by example. Ouch. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Here is the deck, okay? It's just a regular deck. Okay, we've used it many times on the channel. And I'm going to shuffle, like we do. And this is very, very weird, because I'm basically sharing a very private moment with you guys, because I don't know what else to do. To me, it feels obscene. It makes me feel as I'm walking naked in the middle of the street. It makes me feel like I'm doing a streak. And that's not my idea of, let's say, what's the word? A profile, a public identity, a public figure. I'd like to maintain a little bit of decorum, a little bit of human decency. Okay, here we go. Cards are actually well shuffled in advance. I'm going to the last second so that I am a witness and so that you are a witness. And we'll see how we're going to do this. Never done before on tarot illumination. And if this works, maybe I can do readings for you guys this way, somehow, when we figure out the technology. Okay? So there we are. Cards are shuffled, and I'm going to cut it all up. I'm going to cut it right in front of you so you see it. Here is slice 1. Damn, I can't actually do this. Hold on. I have to go into the ground. Hold on. I'll be right back. You have to trust me. I'm not swapping out any decks or anything. Just pretend you're watching the channel, and we're just doing it on the stage like we normally do, but there's no stage right now. We could do it. We could figure it out, but not right now. So there's the deck. It is shuffled and it is cut. And we're going to just do a little, 3-card reading. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. And here's how we're going to handle it, okay? Basically those 3 things. And we're going to look at the circumstantial energy, the weather. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to put them all down on the ground, and I'm going to pull them up. Situation, the challenge, and how we're going to handle it, and then we're going to look at the weather surrounding the situation. So it's like, I'm trying to be like a robot, almost completely detached. And this might go very quickly. It might not make any sense to anybody. You might just think this is just stupid. Okay, everything's upside down for a start. So I'm going to flip everything, because that's how we're going to do this. And what we have here, I'm going to put it more clearly underneath here. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords, okay? So when I see this, this is a very precarious type of energy. I feel like it's almost like I'm surrounded by my own optical illusions, my desires to fool myself, and my ability to allow myself to be fooled by myself. and also how I am almost like acting out of desperation, trying to get away with whatever I can get away with, not to do what actually has to be done. In other words, being kind of sneaky and a little bit underhanded and less than noble, less than equitable, and I have to be very, very careful. Okay, I have to be extremely careful that I don't get screwed over and that I don't screw other people over. I don't let people. I just have to be extremely careful right now, and I have to figure out. I have to find a very smart way, stealthy way to do what has to be done in order to get done what has to be done. It's almost like, to me, it almost feels like being ruthless and very, I don't know, here's what I'm feeling. I'm just going to give you my feeling. It's like there was a very old movie called Sophie's Choice, and I can't remember the details of the story, but I remember it was very nauseating in how she made really deeply compromising decisions against herself just in order to survive, and she did survive. But it kind of went against her simple, raw nature. She did things that were very despicable by most measures, basically betraying herself and so on, in order to simply survive. Like there was a higher calling, higher mission. And so this card for me to see this here, it's very unsettling. It feels very unsettling for me to see this in my surroundings, my conditions, my environment, where I feel like I'm under pressure to have to do this, even if it means I am behaving with what I would consider unscrupulous behavior, you know. But I'm trying to be neutral on myself. I'm just trying to pretend like this is me and there's Terra Illumination, and I'm just trying to help Terra Illumination as though Terra Illumination was a client of me. Okay? So here's the situation. Well, I'm very lucky to have this. We have a star, okay? So my feeling is that ultimately there's a very, very, like, like an invisible force, an invisible power that is surrounding me right now. My situation is that despite okay, I'm just going to do it just literally like I would do it for you guys on the show. Despite this very much less than favorable environment in which I am having to operate, where I have to view everything in a very, very, very stealthy manner, literally like the spy, like being a spy, like basically like having to steal, rob, cheat, lie in order to basically do what has to be done. I'm being really, really hard on myself, okay, with when I see this card, because in some ways it's just basically another way of saying, you know, you're just doing what you have to do, just like anyone else would do in the same circumstances. So that's how I'm going to try and give a positive spin to it. And so when we come to the situation card, which is the star, my feeling is what's happening is that the reality is that Terra Illumination is guided, is protected at the most ultimate and profound level. Thank you very much. I am loving, I am loved. You are loving, you are loved. We are loving, we are loved. And don't forget this. Do not forget this, okay? So that's what I'm sensing here. Also, I'm going to do a slight reciprocal message that I've just got. Is like, be careful, Terra Illumination, because you might be forgetting that deep down you are guided and you are protected, and that everything is happening right now is exactly as it should be, and that you are literally being guided and being protected way above and beyond what you're used to or understanding in your tiny little three-dimensional brain. and that there is so much more going on in the bigger dimensions. Okay? Please understand that. Now, what is the challenge with all of that? Especially when it comes to Terra Illumination, the channel, and the ongoing happiness of the channel. What is the challenge? Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles here, okay? So my feeling here, my first, very, very first and most profound, like a sort of gut feeling, is that Terra Illumination is suffering extreme doubt, extreme lack of self-confidence, extreme lack of, how can I say this? Extreme lack of confidence in ability to deliver what needs to be delivered, wondering if there really is any gift, any talent, any kind of value, any kind of resource that exists in the Terra Illumination entity that can actually be brought forward in a way that is noble, that is honorable, that is respectable, and that is dignified, where Terra Illumination can feel genuine, as opposed to this, okay, which is basically, you know, the surrounding energies, where I guarantee people I'm seriously feeling this. I feel as though I'm like really, really on the tippy edge of having to do what I have to do to get done what has to be done, and I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you, okay? So, with what I was saying here about having extreme doubts about being able to come out of this slump, come out of this rut, come out of this extreme pit of lack of confidence, lack of sense of self-worth, and all of that, and actually having the abilities to come forth and do the honorable thing and bring forth all talents and resources in a way that is genuine and effective, that is good for others. Okay, it's very, very important. This is good for others. Okay, there's a strong sense of nobility here, and I think that really pertains to you guys. There's no point in doing this unless this works for you. Okay, this whole thing that we're doing here has to work for you, and this is Terra Illumination having extreme doubts in the ability to deliver. Okay. And so, just as we do on the shows, how are we going to deal with this? Okay, so we've got the Queen of Cups here. So my feeling is, I'm just going to hold it there for a little bit for you so you can see it. It's an absolutely beautiful card. So my feeling is that Terra Illumination here, the person just hanging out here with you guys, I'm just like just some dude getting a reading from this guy on the internet. That's really all that's happening right now. The way to handle it is, like, to me it feels like the way I see this, if I was getting this, well, I am giving this reading to myself, which is in some ways highly unrecommended. I really wouldn't recommend anybody to do this, but I'm doing it anyway because of desperation. So with the Queen of Cups here, my feeling is that it's a very, very strong reminder, like Terra Illumination, to get back to doing things properly, to doing things the way they should be done, to your abilities and standards. What you need to do is get back to the heart. Stop thinking from your brain. Stop trying to calculate your way out of this. Stop worrying about all the other channels and the clients and the ups and downs with the subscribers, winning subscribers, losing subscribers, having members, not having members, doing good readings or not good readings, getting bookings or not. If you keep trying to figure it out like by calculating things, you're just going to keep losing. So the way to do it is get back to your heart. Some way, somehow, you will know it, you will feel it, and there's lots more to come. Okay, so don't worry too much, Terra Illumination. Like, you're actually in a good spot. And also, by the way, with the Queen of Cups here. My feeling is to take heed, take messages from the very powerful female energy that surrounds you. I don't know if you guys know this who watch the channel, but 90% of the viewers are female. And so I think this needs to be acknowledged, that Terra Illumination is surrounded by a massive, massive amount of girl power. Serious, heavy-duty, hardcore girl power. And that needs to be acknowledged, okay? And there's a lot of love that flows between Terra Illumination and you guys, the viewers, okay? Male and female, but we have to acknowledge the serious amount of girl power that's out there, and kind of like bring that into the equation a little bit more, okay? I still don't know what to do. I get what I was saying. I understand that, and I'm hoping I can like take something home out of this reading for myself as a person, to get back to be able to like do what Terra Illumination does, be this thing. You guys probably figured out, okay, we're gonna have to go back to heart energy, okay? Because it might be that Terra Illumination kind of slipped out and started doing things on autopilot, you know, reaching a plateau, thinking, oh, I'll just do another bunch of reports. I'll do another show, another live stream. Oh, we got super chats, that's great. Oh, we got a few new members, and then realizing that, wait a minute, you know, we got to go back to what really, really counts. And do you see the cup that she's holding there? That's what really, really counts. And she knows that. And all of you guys know that. And I know that you know that. And it might be that I forgot, because I'm a guy. And guys, all they care about is their kingdom. Okay? They want what they want. And so on. And I'm maybe looking at it as like, wait a minute, why am I not the king? I need to go out and rape and pillage and slaughter so that I can be the king. And then it's nothing to do with that at all. So my feeling is that this is kind of a pretty subtle slap on the wrist to Terra Illumination to get back to what really, really counts. Like, Theo, this is what really, really counts. You've got it. Your audience have it. You just lost the connection because you were just, you know, just trying to be this brand, this channel, and so on. And it's okay. So we have this thing going, but like all things, we go through, you know, ruts and stuff. So that's the reading. I'm just going to put all the cards up here in a row like this. Okay? So that was the situation. That was the challenge there with the Knight Pentacles. And this was kind of like the advice and the solution over here with the Queen of Cups. And this was the very, very challenging surrounding energy. Seven of Swords, okay? So that's the reading. Now let's get back to you guys. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching. We'll see what happens next. It's still early February, but we're going to have to do some Astrodoodles for March. And, well, we're going to have to do more than that. Okay, we've also got the reports coming up. Thank you again. Thank you for listening. If you guys, seriously, okay, listen. If you guys have any feedback about what's going wrong, how it's going wrong, why it's going wrong, don't be shy. I know a few of you have all written in already, and I really appreciate that. Obviously, I don't like to hear it, but I think it's something that has to be done. Thank you, everyone who's written in. Thank you for people who hang in. Thank you for the members. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the joins. Thank you for hanging out. And please allow for the next few weeks, I'm not sure how long we're going to be here, allow for the next few weeks that the Sunday night lives are going to become Saturday night live, okay? That's the best that I can offer right now, and we have some serious challenges with the actual internet service that I can get hold of. So we're doing the best we can, okay? Love you guys, okay? Love thyself, okay? Love thyself. Bring it in from above. In fact, let's just do that anyway to wrap this up. Okay? Let's all get together. Let's do it in the we, okay? Actually, I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to start for myself because I need this for myself too. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my body from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my mind from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my heart from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my soul from up above. Now for all of us, we ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our minds from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our hearts from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our souls from up above. Finally, we ask for the healing power of love to fill our lives from up above. Thank you. Thank you, dear angels, dear guides, dear protectors, dear invisible friends from the great beyond. Thank you so, so much. Love you guys. Be loving, be loved. Own it. Own the love first. Okay? For that to happen, it means love thyself, okay? It starts with you, okay? So it is spoken, so it is done. Good night. Can you hear the crickets? Okay, I'm going to sign off now. Can you hear the crickets?